Yo, what is going on, everybody? Shri Kanase here. So the 5 exact steps to doing $100,000 profit, not sales, but profit in 2020. Now, when I'm recording this video, 2020 is about to just come. It's currently December the 6th, but there are a lot of things that have happened throughout this year when it comes to Shopify dropshipping. A lot of things have continued to change. A lot of things have changed. So as smart entrepreneurs, as smart dropshippers, it is our responsibility to keep up with the change and just adapt to new changes as they come. Because if you try to stick to these old strategies, you're just going to be wiped out with the dropshipping game, period. And after spending 6 figures and after earning 6 figures with dropshipping, I've learned a lot of things specifically this year, which I'm going to be talking about in this video. But if you stick till the end, these 5 exact steps hold the potential to help you do $100,000 in profit. But without wasting any more time, let's just jump right into these 5 steps. So one step that is the most important that I would like to reveal to you guys beforehand, and this will literally have 99% of chances of guaranteeing your success, is smashing that like button for the YouTube algorithm. No, but really, I would appreciate if you do that. But the real first step when it comes to doing about $100,000 in profit in a single year, and that's next year, is diversifying to new traffic sources before they become what Facebook is right now. And the key word here is before. If you guys have been following me for a while, you guys know that I've been constantly saying that Facebook ads is super saturated right now. In fact, I've kind of taken a step back from Facebook ads recently to fully divert my attention to Google ads, hence why there are so many Google ads videos these past few weeks. But one of the main reasons why I did this strategic move is because Facebook ads is just filled with competitors, with the new dropshippers, and you're basically scrambling to earn those few cents of profits. It's not even dollars profit anymore. I'm not saying that Facebook ads is dead or you can't dropship with Facebook ads anymore. That's far from the truth. What I am saying is your time is better spent on smarter opportunities which can get you more profit for the same amount of effort and for the same amount of investments. In fact, a lot of people have been coming to me saying they don't have a lot to invest in, whether they should do Google ads or Facebook ads. Right now in 2020, if you want to just earn $100,000 in profit, I highly recommend that you start with Google and fully focus on Google. Don't divert your attention to maybe Facebook as well as Google and then try Pinterest ads. Just stick to one. But if there is one traffic source that I would recommend in 2020 and onwards, that is Google ads. In fact, I do offer one-on-one mentoring with Google ads. If you're interested with that, just send me a DM on Instagram. My Instagram account is dedicated young. But other than that, I have a lot of free resources. There's tons of other tutorials from other people on YouTube for Google ads as well. So that is one thing you definitely want to focus on in 2020. That is step number 1, basically diversifying the traffic sources, diverting your attention from Facebook ads to somewhere else. Because right at this moment, again, as I mentioned, Facebook is too saturated. It'll be much easier if you put your time, attention, energy on another traffic source, which can actually make you the $100,000 in profit. But of course, trying these traffic sources won't really work if you don't have any products, or at least good products. And that brings me to my next point, which is aiming to find newer products rather than testing those that are older products or those that you find from Facebook feeds. There has been this mentality built up by a lot of these Shopify YouTubers, even in some of my own videos, where these people just say, go on Facebook feeds, look at what other people are doing, copy their product, put it on your store, and make a few cents. Unfortunately, I don't really recommend that strategy anymore in 2020, simply because just running after other people's products, running after what other people are doing is not really that beneficial anymore. It's not going to lead to these big numbers like 100,000 in profit. And my mindset kind of changed after reading the book, The Blue Ocean Strategy. It's a great book if you want to expand your business knowledge. But basically, instead of fighting with these other people in bloody ocean, which is the red ocean, why not just make your own ocean, which is also known as the blue ocean? And that's exactly what I'm recommending to you guys. Instead of finding the products that other people are already advertising, already have made money off of, why not you go out there and find your own products which you can possibly be the first person to advertise and make a killing out of? Note that this is extremely possible. My first winning product, this is exactly what I did. I found a product on AliExpress which barely had any orders. I hadn't seen any Facebook ads for this specific product. All I did is I went ahead and I created a story around that product. And I'll talk more about copywriting very soon. It's one of the steps to making 100,000 in profit. But that's exactly what you want to do. And in order to kind of find these types of products, There are two things that I recommend. Number one, you go onto the AliExpress collection pages instead of looking at the homepage to find these products. The first winning product that I found it on an AliExpress collection page while just randomly browsing. There was no specific strategy that went into it. I was just looking through the collection and just trying to see which type of product would sell. And I came upon this product which had kind of a cool design, something that was different from the rest of the AliExpress products. And at that same moment, a story came in my head that I could make around that product. So what really sold that product was the story, not the product itself. So I know a lot of people on YouTube say that you need to find this useful product which can basically change the world, make life 100 times easier for people. That's not always the case. My product wasn't a useful product. It was just a cool product people could just wear on their body. It was basically a product with a status symbol attached to it. And because of that, I was able to really easily just hone in on people's feelings around that product in that specific niche and make over 6 figures in the first month of advertising that product. Number two strategy that I recommend is using comma feed. Now, if you don't know what comma feed is, I actually recently made a video where I went over comma feed, which is one of the newest product research methods I use when I run my Google Ads stores. But it also works for Facebook ads in case you still want to run Facebook ads. But Comma Feed is basically a tool which lets you keep a track of all of the collections so that you know exactly when somebody adds a brand new item to their store. And what you get to do is basically save all of the dropshipping stores which you may be spying on inside Comma Feed. And this is exactly what I do nowadays. I've found some great products through this strategy. But one thing you want to realize is just using the specific AliExpress pages, Comma Feed, may not always lead you to the results that you want. Any result that is a good result will actually take time. And that brings me to my third step in achieving $100,000 in profit in 2020. And that is preparing yourself for the long haul. I want to kind of include mindset, strategies, and tips along with actual tips which you can implement in this video. And that's exactly what I did here. So number three, prepare yourself for the long haul. What do I mean by this exactly? Well, nowadays, if you haven't already found out, dropshipping is no longer easy. The days where you could just launch a random product with a random ad and make a killing the next day are officially over. Unless you, of course, implement step number one and use another traffic source, which is not where Facebook is at right now. But you just have to understand now that dropshipping is not going to get you results in the first week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. It may not even get you results in the first few months. And that's just the reality of dropshipping. It has become an actual business where people are fighting with each other, competing with each other to get profits. So because of this, you're kind of just testing new things, learning new things from people, and just implementing it all before you even see any type of results. And often the process will take several weeks to several months. So just get out of the mentality that you're gonna earn money in a few days. And some people even have this mentality where they want to earn money in a few hours, which is just absolutely crazy. But anyways, prepare yourself for the long haul. Build patience within yourself. Building patience when it comes to e-commerce is really going to take you a long way now in 2020. Instead of giving yourself 1 week, 2 weeks, why not give yourself 2 months, 4 months to get the results that you want? Not only do you relieve some of the pressure that you put on yourself, but you actually make the goals realistic. You won't be achieving these goals unless you invest in yourself, unless you learn new strategies and you constantly implement things. But one great way to learn more strategies and kind of prepare yourself for the long haul is read a lot of e-com or business related books. The one book that got me started on my entire journey and led me and has gotten me to where I am today is The Slight Edge. That's one great book you definitely want to read no matter what you're doing in life, because it will definitely motivate you to do better things. But you can also read other e-com related books, business related books. I had made a video on the top 5 books I read, which got me to 6 figures in sales. But along with reading these books, it's going to be useless if you keep on jumping from one opportunity to the next. I see this very, very often with e-commerce. People jump from dropshipping to print on demand to US dropshipping, and they do the same with the advertising platforms. One day they're on Facebook, next day Google, third day they're on Pinterest ads, fourth on Snapchat. That's not going to get you the results that you want, period. Instead, what you should be doing to really maximize your results is basically stick to one course or one path or one YouTube mentor. That could be me, by the way, but of course you could watch other people as well. But stick to one or a few people. When it comes to courses, stick to one course or stick to one dropshipping strategy. Don't jump from dropshipping to print on demand, or don't jump from Facebook to Instagram or Google for the next 6 to 12 months. If you dedicate the next 6 to 12 months of your life to just one specific course in your life, I guarantee you that you'll be at a much different location if you really give it your all. But one of the best things you can do while you're on your pathway for the next 6 to 12 months is don't doubt yourself. I still struggle with this a lot, even though I've come where I am today, whether I'm on the right path, whether I should go back to college, whether I should continue e-commerce or not. And it's just going to be part of the process no matter how much success you get. What you want to realize then is that this is just going to be part of your process, so don't let that stop you. Just continue on where you're going. And that will exactly get you to where you want to go in the long haul, not in the short haul. It may take, again, a few months, even sometimes a year. But just keep at it. Follow one person. Don't follow multiple people or don't follow multiple courses, and give it your all. But of course, just following these people and just trying out different things isn't gonna work unless you have the specific skill sets. And the number one skill set I recommend for e-commerce and Shopify dropshipping is copywriting. If you haven't learned copywriting, just go watch some videos, learn copywriting before you do anything. I just mentioned a few minutes ago that the first product sold because I created a story around that product, not because of the product itself. It was just a general product, which if you saw it in your everyday life, you would just look over and not even pay much attention to. But the story is what made people look at it, the product, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, and actually buy it. That would not have been possible if I didn't know how to do copywriting. So you really want to invest some money in copywriting, whether it's buying courses or just learning on YouTube and actually trying to do proper copywriting. One great way to practice copywriting when it comes to e-commerce and Shopify is just write your own descriptions. Make sure they're 250 to 300 words. Include as many emotion-filled words as you can. And then once you're done, show it to a family member or a friend. See if they would be willing to buy from you. If they say that the description is kind of boring, it's kind of not interesting, then that means your copywriting skills aren't where you need them to be in order to get the $100,000 in profit. Really start focusing on copywriting. Learn to write with emotions, because those emotions are the ones that will make your product sell, nothing else. Your specifications, the size of the product, the material used isn't gonna really sell that product unless you're selling an electronic product or just some product which people don't really care about. Otherwise, really focus on copywriting and implement all of the other things I mentioned previously with copywriting to really get the best bang out of your buck. But final step to really achieving that $100,000 in profit in 2020 is finding US suppliers to start drop shipping with. Now, a keynote, I mentioned drop shipping. This is not where you're ordering products from US to your house and then shipping it yourself. No, it's still drop shipping, but drop shipping from the US. I believe this is where drop shipping is headed now, where people will be more focused on drop shipping from United States suppliers. And there are several different reasons as to why this is beneficial. Number one, you'll have a much higher customer return rate. People will be much more satisfied with your store, and you will build something long term. And number two, it'll be easier to brand the store. Number three would be that you can sell these US based products for a much higher price and get a much higher profit than you would with the Chinese product. And that's just the reality, where people just prefer US made items more over Chinese items because of the quality associated with American items. So if you can find US suppliers, and the best way to do that is just go on Google, do a quick search. Often these US suppliers are hidden deep within the Google search pages. So you may want to go on the 4th, 5th, 8th, 10th page on Google to find these US suppliers. But if you can really find a US supplier for one product that may be selling well for you, you'll be on a much different level than these other drop shippers. And forget about making $100,000 in profit in a single year. You'll make that in a few months if you do it properly. But again, just to recap, forget Facebook ads. Just try to focus on these other platforms. Facebook is not the only way to go, but if you want to stick with Facebook, that's completely up to you. In addition to testing these new advertising platforms, aim to find newer products. Don't just stick to what other people are advertising. Be the blue ocean where you have your own products which you found first. And also be prepared for the long haul. Dropshipping is no longer a get-rich-quick scheme where you can just put something up and find success the next day. It'll take weeks, months, sometimes years. So build up your knowledge, build up your patience, and stick to one course. Don't jump from one to the next. And build up your skill sets as well, which is in this case copywriting. That's the number one skill you can have for e-commerce. And implement all of these changes into a US-based store, meaning finding US-based suppliers to dropship with. But if you found any type of value in this video, smash that like button and smash that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time.